Liam from Asian Australian Project here. Today we're going to be watching Shang-Chi. We're doing our own little private screening at Dendi Cinemas in Newtown. So we've got about 40 people that have come together to watch Shang-Chi together, which is absolutely incredible considering Sydney's just come out of lockdown. And it's just a really good time to kind of enjoy movies. Okay, so we just came out of Shang-Chi. So what did you think of it?
There was a lot of action, a lot of martial arts involved. I guess it was really good in general.
Yeah, that was really good. I actually found out about the movie when it was first announced. Obviously, it's like the first Asian like Marvel superhero movie, so I was looking forward to it.
I really like the fighting choreography and all that, and also like the kind of like attention to detail for the culture as well, like Tyler and all that stuff.
The amount of detail that went into the just like the Chinese culture. For example, when they entered the like the town of Talo, I noticed like how all the creatures were actual like mythical creatures, and like the detail that they put into that. Not only did they look really cool, but just like the respect they paid to like the culture.
Is that chicken ass thing real?
Oh, you mean Morris?
Yeah, Morris.
No, I don't think that's real. I think they were just trying to be cute with that.
I really liked how the soundtracks they used, like 80 Rising, it's all like very like Asian American representation. So I really like that. Yeah.
Because it's a Marvel movie, I thought it was like it's gonna play around with the multi-universe. So I thought that would be interesting.
Mainly because I feel like they could have been more accurate with the subtitles translation. As a native Mandarin speaker myself, I feel like some of the meaning was mistranslated.
And if you would rate the subtitles on a level of 1 to Squid Game, is it better than Squid Game, the subtitle level? Can't be bad. It's not as bad as Squid Game, right? That translation you're talking about can't be that bad.
I'd say it's just slightly better.
Slightly better. Only slightly
Just
better.
a little bit better, yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
still like pretty down to, yeah. I feel like towards the end when it got all like fantasy based and mythical based, I feel like it kind of put me off a bit because it went from like focusing on like martial arts, Chinese martial arts.
More
to,
grounded stuff.
yeah, more grounded stuff, more realistic stuff to like this like mythical
flying.
place,
Yeah,
flying
yeah.
beasts. So yeah, I feel like that was a little bit let down, but overall I enjoyed the movie.
And what would you give it out of 5?
Give it a 4.
I say I'll give it like 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5 just
Yeah.
because I feel like the story was like a just typical like superhero and I'm like a big story guy. But apart from that, like the action and like the cultural representation and yeah, it was just really good. And the special effects.
Hey guys, Liam here from Asian Australian Project. I'm sure you've heard a couple different reviews from other Asian Australians, but the only review that counts is mine. The standout is the villain. I think the one that leaves a lasting impression is the villain. But in terms of the thing that I think doesn't make it a 5 and makes it more of like a 4 is really because Shang-Chi as the character doesn't really motivate much of the story. So everything is kind of motivated by the villain, and he's just kind of along for the ride. And I feel like everyone else makes a lot of a bigger impression than he does. So he's kind of surrounded by these like amazing actors and stuff. But he was good himself, but I think it didn't feel like he was driving much of what was going on in the story. In terms of the movie as a whole, yeah, very, very enjoyable. The action in terms of martial arts, very realistic, very grounded, until it gets to the fantastical stuff. But when you think about the fantastical stuff, it went a lot further than I ever thought it would. So you'd kind of think like, you see the bad guy, and like you're guarding something and you don't see the whole manifestation of it. But in this, you get to see literally everything. There are a lot of things where the story just feels a little longer than it should. But I guess there are a lot of necessary beats that had to happen in being a Marvel movie and they're trying to establish some character and stuff like that. If you like Marvel movies, you'll like it. If you're Asian, you'll like it. If you like movies, you'll like it. I don't know why you wouldn't like it, because there's action. Maybe there's no romance, so you might not like it. There's no romance. So if you like romance, then there's none of that. But at the end of the day, a good movie, and hope to see you guys at the next event.